And let's begin here. We're going to play Nahiri Boom in Modern. This one was played by Goldfish recently, so there is a league out there for Goldfish, and we'll see how we do. I haven't watched it, but we do know generally what this list is trying to do. This is a Liquid Metal Torque list, which makes it a little closer to their brew shenanigans they have over there. But generally speaking, the idea here is that you're going to be boom busting lands. You're going to hopefully kill some stuff with like abrades. You're going to hopefully blow up some lands, keep them going. Eventually Nahiri, hopefully go till Emrakul and win game. What's nice is that we have Furies and we also have Seasoned Pyromancers, so we do have some other things that can kind of punch in for damage if we need to. Lands are based on the Boom Bust package. You're going to see some Rustveil Bridges in here for Indestructible, along with Cascading Cataracts. No 1-drops, so the 1-drop is not too bad to come into play tapped. Sideboard is a plethora of interesting Karn toolbox items, along with what appears to be life gain components, because instead of playing Helix, which is something you can do, we're doing just straight up Abrades. The Abrade is probably 1 for Hammer Time, 2 to synergize with Liquid Metal Torque. So we can kind of blow up anything. This combination does help us kill Planeswalkers, Tarmogoyfs, and other big nasty threats that Abrade can't quite get. Ramps us as well. So it all fits together in some convoluted package known as Nahiri Boom here in Modern. And that is what we're going to play. Let's get queued up here and get things going. Happy Friday, everyone. Looks like we're burning event tickets. Makes perfect sense. Grayus with a few of the sub and follower emotes. What's up, Grayus? Little 1K with the chat one, too. We've had that one for a while. It's like how you rally chat around you. Oh, Tuxedo T, the glasses are backwards. They almost have to be the other way. But maybe it's like perfect too, because he's derping out with his glasses on the wrong way. Actually, oh no, Grayus. I'm not subbed. Grayus, we need the derp lizard and your derp dog. Your derp dog's better. If you want a great derp, you gotta get the Grayus derp. Grayus derp. Alright, let's begin though. We got lizard brain. Hopefully it won't be activated today, but you know, it's Friday. No guarantees. No guarantees. We'll get some going. I see a lot of people joining as well. Thank you for taking your time to spend it with us. Hopefully you'll enjoy yourself here. And if not, I hope you'll be enjoying your Friday. See, that's the derp dog. Heebie-jeebies has it here. I'll throw some derp lizard below it. I don't know. I think derp dog's better. All right, we have a non-boom bust hand, Seasoned Pyromancer to dig, and a Fury. No companion for my opponent either. They did mold a 6. I'm going to keep and risk that it is Tron. Tron is one of those few that companions and moles a lot. Companionless, sorry. No such thing, though. Arid Mace is the start. What's up, handsome? Uh-oh. Oh. Oh. Strike it rich, but not a modal dual facing card. We against Ponza? RRX spell? Oh, the creativity? Oh, well, the island probably kind of gives it away now. Can we get a boom bust? A braid would be okay. Take care of the treasure token. All right, none of the above. Keep on going. Keep on going. Expressive iteration. You got it, opponent. Gotta get this Karn down to stop treasure tokens. I'm a little nervous. It could be the Glimpse deck as well. Arid Mace is found. They use it. Kind of want something that destroys a land. Well, a Braid technically gets rid of the treasure token. I think I do that. I think I do this. Get out of here. I don't know. They're kind of doing the, the rampy. If they go counter this, they probably are using the treasure token, so let them. Oh, they shocked in. Oh, snap. Floats green. Growth spiral, ramping anyway. Does not hit a land. All right, you know what's up. Karn's next. Karn liquid metal coating. We need my opponent to miss probably a land drop one more time here. Well, Expressive's probably going to hit it. Maybe I can blow up a land. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, this is starting to feel like the Glimpse Cascade stuff. Fire and Ice. Strikes it rich. Gets a treasure token. We're not going to do Nahiri first. Oh, that's true. They're playing spells less than 3. So it must be like the creativity list. Man, do they have like Bolt? I feel like they might have Bolt. Let's not show them Flagstones just yet. Trying to decide if Karn's going up or down. Although they might be countering this, like Force. This is stopped. If I go down, I think I'm just going to take care of the treasure token past the turn. Just take care of it. Get it out of here. I can always downtick liquid metal coating and just shut a land off during their turn. If they're playing creativity, they're slower anyway. They have double red. Chalice would be nice. Let's go get an artifact. Putting the land down just in case they have mana leak. There's bolt number 1. Do we have bolt number 2 here? Okay, that works. In that case, let's go ahead and, whoops. Let's go ahead and Season Pyromancer. We're going to get rid of Nahiri plus a land. Nahiri's too slow in my opinion. Okay. Target permanent becomes an artifact when we can blow one up. So we have an answer to a land, because this can target a land. I guess I get rid of the Steam Vents. Or no, maybe I get rid of the green source here. Oh, there's our Emrakul. Wrong side of the deck, Emrakul. All right, let's shock in here just so I have all the mana. Let's get rid of the green source. Or attempt to. Opponent's really struggling here. Her downtick exiles land. Has to be a tapped artifact. The artifact would have to be tapped. Which if my opponent's playing at more instant speed, they'll do that at end step. I don't think you keep the Nahiri. I'm going to probably play a Fury next turn, and I'm kept them off lands here, hopefully. Oop, bolts. That's fine. Goodbye land. They had a lot of bolts, for what it's worth. All right. Go, go, go. Ice is a land, draws a card. Finds a land. Let's cycle a Sunbaked Canyon. Slam out a Fury and pass the turn. Wait for 1, obviously. Remands. All right, they do have counters in there somewhere. All right. Kind of wishing a little bit I had a bridge, but the bridge has to be in hand. There's a Dwarven Mine, so we're an Indomitable Creativity list. Guaranteed at this point. Let's cycle another land here, see if we can find land destruction. The answer is no. I'm gonna recast this. You have another Remand. I guess that's okay. You like the Nahiri? I mean, I feel like the Nahiri at this point would have been remanded twice now, too. I just want another land destruction spell. I'll even take the bust at this point. All right, they have enough to go ahead and go for this. I have enough to play Karn and go get Bridge. But I may be in a lot of trouble here. Okay. Sarah's Emissary. Okay. Interesting enough. I assume they'll name creatures. They do name creatures. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Seasoned Pyromancer. Getting rid of Emrakul and Rustvale. Let's go ahead and hit their Triome. I really need to draw into a Nahiri. That's what I'm going to have to find. I can also find an Abrade. And the Abrade with the liquid metal coating can kill the Emissary. Yes, I have. We were Max Breaker. That was the other option for League number 1 tonight. We'll take our 7. A decent amount of outs. Just gotta find them. 1, 2, 3. Let's play a new land. Go get Sacred Foundry. Say no. And we're going to cast Valakut Awakening. Boom, mini. We're going to get rid of all of these because I'm trying to find something to get rid of Sarah's. We're looking for Nahiri or a Braid. Even a Karn isn't too bad here. Any order. All right, so I found Karn. Okay. So Karn can go get Bridge. I feel like I've got to go ahead and attempt to play it here. Should buy a decent amount of time. My opponent does have lightning bolts. They've used 2. They also have fire and ices, which they've used 2 as well. Karn goes gets Bridge, stops this. I can use liquid metal coating on something, although they'll... I mean, part of me thinks they would ignore Karn. Part of me thinks they might attack Karn here, so... Last God, you're able to get the card fix here. Get your card fix here. Well, Karn resolved. And if it's a bolt going to Karn, that's silly, right? The bolt should just go up here. Here isn't popping packs. I don't have any packs to pop for you. You get 2 packs every FNM. That's pretty nice. Even if you lose? So what if they do 7 here, down tick Karn, get Chalice of the Void, play Bridge in? Go ahead and bolt me. End me. End me. Okay, the ice. That's a draw. Oh, you purchased 2. Oh, and you split them up, 1 before and 1 after? What dedication and patience. Scalding Tarn. All right, where are you going? Where are you going? I didn't do this. Who needs that? What if I try to disable the Scalding Tarn here? Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Huh! Got him. Stopped. All right, you got the bolt. Protection from creatures. Ooh, an extra Karn. Okay. With extra Karn, do I go get something? We have a Worm Coil. We could get a Worm Coil, but I feel like I gotta go get this Chalice, right? Chalice on 1. I mean, that doesn't do much, right? Just Indomitals it. So it's like, you know, I sit there and I'm like, that just doesn't do it. They'd have to have another Indomitable. I mean, I guess I have to force them to have the Indomitable. And if they have the Indomitable for the bridge, then we're kind of toast as well. So is there something else I could do here? I feel like I need to start with like a Seasoned Pyromancer here. Mainly because I think I need something that kills Sarah. So Seasoned Pyromancer, getting rid of Karn and Seasoned Pyromancer, hold bridge and see what else I have here for this. All right, I hit the Nahiri. So theoretically, the Nahiri is better to do because an Indomitable Creativity hurts me, and then I can attack for 4. Can't do both. I know. It also kills a tapped creature. I'm just trying to decide what this turn means here and what I'm most afraid of. I can't shock off flagstones. I would also die to a fire and ice then. We don't want that. That opens up 2 more outs. I think I'm going to hit a land here. Let's start there. See if my opponent wants to float some mana. They do. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pass the second main. Unfortunately, I don't get the attack in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, now it's lethal. Just attacking, so another Dwarven Mine. Makes a token. They only have 1 blue here. Unfortunately, it's going to be enough if Nahiri doesn't stick here. I think they have Indomitable Creativity. We've already seen 2 Remands. I've only seen 1 Indomitable. This is a play to kill Sarah here. Does it work? Probably. Watch them have Ephemerate. Flip the table. All right. Creatures are online. Cool. We have the bridge. If they have to Indomitable these things away, we hope they don't have anything hasty. 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could bridge and boom bust. It doesn't quite get me there because bolts are scary. But then I could Karn down tick and I'm getting a flagstones. Here we go. Indomitables, just the liquid metal coating. This is gonna spin me into a creature. Oh, liquid metal torque. All right. That's right, I have other artifacts. I have chalices on 0 and stuff too. Steam Vents, can't shock that in or they die. So if I have something that removes the dwarf token, I win this game, I believe. That'll do. Woo, no derpiness there. All right. Then they had the Indomitable Creativity, so going for the Nahiri was the right line. Or the Abrade. We got there. Woo. All right. So, what do we want here? They're not a graveyard deck. Not a graveyard deck. They don't really have activated things other than really fetch lands. They might have Wrenn in 6, which would be a reason to bring the Pithy Needle in. Not a graveyard deck. Don't need really protection from black and red. I fetch this with card. Not needing life gain. They're going to hit me like twice and kill me. Bridge is fetchable. The Wraths are perhaps interesting. Chandra Awakened Inferno is a no-go for the most part. Chalice is nice to go snag. The Wormcoil is fine to snag too. I don't know if we really have much here. You like it a lot at the minute. At the moment, it is decent. After a few more games, it won't be. I don't think I changed much. They're trying to ramp. I'm trying to destroy lands. That's the trade-off. I do like the Bray, Liquid Metal, or Codeine, or Torque here. I think we're just going back. I think a Pithy Needle on like a Scalding Tarn would be really funny. Wrath over Fury? Possibly. Possibly. What you could do there is if they do the Sarah's named creature, then the Wrath is at least an out where the Fury is not. But the Fury is also a very quick clock if we can keep them a little bit off lands. I have a feeling they're going to keep a land heavy hand, though, to make sure they hit their land drops here. But we've got a decent opener here. We're going to go ahead and keep. We can ramp ourselves and then see what that gets us. Hard Evidence can be killed with the Abrade. I am going to actually use this Fury to kill this crab, I think. And I'm going to get rid of the Valakut Awakening. Because then the Abrade can hit the Clue, and then we can worry about some good old-fashioned lands that I need to kill. They could have a Remand here. Could have a Remand. Maybe I'm supposed to hit my own thing here. You know what? Let's hit our own. Draw a card, ramp a little bit. Here comes the Remand. So they did have it either way. All right, ice up. Catch it on YouTube. Hopefully I'll put this on YouTube. Who knows? Can't do anything really at instant. I mean, I could have hit the Clue. But I think here, let's go ahead. Oops, not that one. Let's go ahead and Cleansing a Mountain here. They should have a basic mountain, but we'll put it to the test. They have an island. Interesting. And I'll have double Abrade next turn. Usually Indomitable Creativity tries to do 1 to 2 creatures. Here they don't have enough mountains in order to create a dwarf. They could have gone after their Clue. Triome. Okay. Fetch lands, make a dwarf now. Let's do Cleansing on the Triome because we know they got the island here. Because they're out of mana, I want to see what they get. And if it's a non-mountain, I might go ahead and fire off the Clue here. Liquid Metal Torque's looking decent. Maybe I play that instead. If they have the red source, they go after the Clue here. And then I can Torque away the problem card. I put like 80% of my stuff up there. I skip one every now and then. You know what? Let's play this turn. Ramps me. I can sneak it under a Remand here. If they have the creature here, they have to decide between creatures, instants, planeswalkers, you name it. We got lots of options. This ramps me. Yeah. I like this play. But yeah, I don't always put them all up there. I mean, usually if I don't put one up there, it's because it was not very good. All right. Gonna pass. It's time to have interaction up. What do we got? Hard evidence. Prismari command. They Prismari command my liquid metal torque. I'll hit the braid on the clue token. Buying more torque is an age-old problem. All right, let's hit the clue here. They'll pop the clue. Okay, that's fine. A-okay with us. Drew 2, discarded 2, Steam Vents, and Arid Mesa. Just gotta outlast, right? Hope and dream. Opt. Spicy opt. With the zombie frog thing on it. There's the Dwarven Mine. 2, 3, 4, they can go for it here. Yeah, Yargle. Good old Yargle. Okay, we'll leave a braid open. Might cantrip Sunbake Canyon, but I think double hitting the dwarf here is fine. They get in for 1. What's up, Donnie? How's it going? You act surprised. You're sporting the red ball over there. Another fetch land. Here, let's end step abrade this. Pow. Pa-pow. I'm just gonna let's just take a draw. I feel very behind. I don't know if you feel behind, Chad, but I feel behind. Another Dwarven Mine. We hold the Boom Bust here because 1, they have too many lands. 2, it gives me the option to Fury it and then like discard maybe Boom Bust. I'm not so worried about a single 1/1 right now. I'm more worried about the 7 cards in my opponent's hand. Now I'm worried about Indomitable on both of these. I think I just have to let them both go. But it's probably Sarah's plus Emrakul. Let's in response go ahead and cantrip. Oh. Oh, Sarah's and Sarah's. Now what do they name? Instants and creatures. Planeswalkers. Okay. Okay, interesting. Interesting. It's a shame I cantrip the Sunbay Canyon because then I could play the Fury now if I had the land. That's 14 through. I'm not going to kill both of them. We'll concede. All right, I need to be careful. Double red needed. All right, so they named Planeswalker. They didn't name creatures, and they didn't name sorceries. So we probably want to consider these Day of Judgments. My opponent doesn't do a lot at 1. I probably could just take the 2 Chalices out. That way I have all the Furies, the Day of Judgments. My opponent did name Planeswalker. I wonder if I would just take the Planeswalker here and forget the Chalices totally. Well, they have Ice, Bolt, and Opt. It's probably fine, right? Let's go. Yeah, double Sarah's was not great. Luckily, we're on the play this time. We got the Boom Busts and Pillages. We'll see if we can make them sweat here. Yeah, I guess pro sorceries. It's not like prevention of casting like a meddling mage. It just might be harder to cast because remand is a thing that they're playing. So they just keep remanding it and they keep attacking me. And I be sad. And I be sad. Okie Iron Cross. Thank you for the follow. Let's play first. All right. Well, this hand ramps me. Let's go ahead and keep it. We know that they had trouble with a Cleansing Wildfire on their lands as well, that it got rid of some of the mountain problem cards. So let's use it to ramp ourselves, but we might use it to fire off on it a little bit. And the Abrade is nifty, so I think we'll happily keep it. Let's do Cascading. Let's go ahead and hit this. Opponent ops. No surprises there. Scries to the bottom. Use this. Let's get a little more red. We had trouble with red last time. Draw a card, pass turn. Cool. All right. Plenty of lands. I can start going after them with the Cleansing Wildfires. Which I think is what I'm going to do. Let's start with the first one on the steam vents. See if they want to remand this. If they do, I'll fire it off again. Let's make it hard for them. It's not a great draw for us. So this will fetch some sort of red source probably. They'll get to like Growth Spiral here, and I'm going to Cleansing Wildfire this red source. I could Cleansing Wildfire the white source for Teferi, but I'm not going to worry about Teferi. Just hit the Stomping Ground. And they're out of basics. Okay. So this is 6 to bust. We're going to lean hard into that. We're going to try Nahiri here. And then we're going to be busting. Oh, vetoed. Oh. I'm ready to bust. Who's ready to bust? Who's ready to bust? It's got to be the line, right? Blow up the world. Blow up the world, they'll remand it. They'll fetch, get to... Well, they won't even be at enough for a Dwarven Mine at that point. Yep. Oh, there's one Dwarven Mine. Okay. Who's ready? We're going to go for it. Bust. Join me in the lands of Armageddon, opponent. Do you have another Dovin Veto? Do you have a remand? I'm testing you, opponent. Oh, we're fetching. We got something. That or they wanted to put that in the graveyard before it gets blown away. Steam Vents. Shocks in. So we're preventing this, it looks like. Three mana Prismari Command. This creates a treasure token. Draw and discard. Kaboom. Kaboom. I'll go to Sacred Foundry, obviously. We can abrade away that treasure token if we want to. That or we're playing Seasoned Pyromancer. Oh, land. Land. Ugh. Kabust. Steam Vents. They're down to 9. Hard evidence to make a Krabby. I feel like I'm almost supposed to go ahead and abrade the treasure token here. But I'm going to Season Pyromancer first. Nebenitus. course. Ooh, there's some Nahiris. Absolutely. We'll get that up to YouTube, but if you've seen or watched it already, hope you enjoyed it. Oh man, another hard evidence. Come on, boom bust. Boom bust, boom bust, boom bust, boom bust. All right, well, we'll destroy this artifact. Pass the turn. Thanks, Little Donnie, for Rick Grimes 420 Blaze It's sub. Appreciate it. All right, I get the lands. Maybe I'll get the Nahiri down. Oh, oh, oh. I pronounced it decently. Good to know. They're at 6. Gonna remand this. Remanded. Jeez. I'm gonna attack them. See if they want to block. A Fury wouldn't be bad. I could attack and then blow up both crabs because they're gonna block at this point. It is a rough remand, but they need more lands. They got to find them. We've blown up quite a few. Oh, Dwarven Mine. They're getting there. They're getting there. Do I go Nahiri again? Oh. Been iced. If they had a land here, they creativity and spin the crab. Do I have to do the leave the break? Donnie! Donnie, I'm supposed to be focusing. Don't distract me like that. Oh my gosh, Donnie. You helped us get above 100 subs again. All right, we're gonna get to those in a second. I gotta focus. I see 4 dogs in there though, and Boxy. Man, I think if I keep a Braid, we're just kind of waiting. If I can season Pyromancer, then I have a game plan, and I just need them to whiff 1 land here. I'm gonna go for it. There's no... I can't even cast Season Pyromancer. What am I doing? Making my opponent think I got something. Yeah, need double red. There you go. You can use that lizard emote. All those brand new subs. The Dirt Moment. Andre, Math Guy, EC Crasher, Ganja, Regis Jr., X Peacecraft, Yotsugui, Handsome Big Ben, 4 dogs and a horse suit, Gabrielle, Tortured Sword, Turn On, Raging Goblin, Colby, Chill Talk, Chillot, Roundsley Boxy, and Mark's Avenger. Got there. Got there. Okay. There you go, Rick. Now I'm just gonna wait. I've waited too long. Not dodged. Not dodged. The lizard's great, isn't it? It's the newest emote as of 4 hours ago. Prismari makes a treasure token, draw, discard. This is really bad for us because now if they hit the land, they'll have the treasure token as well and can go 2. This is bad. This is bad. Help. Help. No, they have the land as well. It's getting worse and worse. Dwarven Mine. Now they can do 2. I can stop one of them, so we will stop one of them. Then they'll name Planeswalker because Nahiri. Our Boom Bust isn't getting us there. Too bad I didn't have 2 of Braids. Welcome, everyone. And again, thank you so much, Donnie. I appreciate it. Everyone gets to experience new Lizard. Oh, they're reconsidering here. They are reconsidering. What I wouldn't give for maybe a Fury off the top. Oh, they reconsidered. We're playing Magic still. Let's ninja them. More lizard. Ah! Season Pyromancer, get in there. That's the kind of block I want to see. All right, we're going to evoke this so I can keep a Braid open. Let's do 3 and 1 here. Is that a glitch? What? Why is it still... Donnie, you can't do this. Calm down, Donnie. Are you okay? Blink twice if you're in trouble. Thank you, Donnie. Calm down. It'll be okay. Wow, there's a shark. I'm gonna get beaten down by a shark. Oil Prince. Now I have a bunch more. All right, let's see here. Asquatch 83, Stiffy Johnson, Violet Bunny, Deputy Michael, Summer Isle, Miano SM, Phoenix Rose, Salmon Graham, Sedna, Saja, Deterkan, Archon made it, Eamesbird, Jishamir, Ballad, Big Lefty 40, Owlong Caffeine, I like owls, Samurox, Speed, Tower Slayer, and Little 1K sneaking in there at the end. He's pogging off. Oh, he's more than pogging off. He's popping off. Fluorescent Lupus. What's up, Spider? Triome tapped here. 4 minutes on my opponent's clock. Went for Indomitable Creativity and then kind of like didn't go for it. Well, back-to-back Furies here, and we're trying to end my opponent here. They block. I think I continue to just cast like this. And I've pitched a Fury now. Or I pitched another card, so this is 2 and 2. Now everything's clear. Season Pyromancer is not necessarily lethal, but is definitely threatening. We have a game here. They're on Sarah's. They're on Sarah's, at least that we've seen so far. Hard evidence. All right, I think I attack here. Like, I do a Braid here and I attack, right? Let's move the crab token out of the way, or at least attempt to. They're on 2 cards. All right, it has been scooted. Let's attack 2, pass turn. And I think I'm going to just risk it by going ahead and playing Nahiri here. We'll get rid of the flagstone and just see what we pick up here. Draws with the clue. They're going to draw with these clues to find their answer. Okay. I can destroy a land. They're at 1. They're at 1. I don't believe I have anything in this list that just reaches for 1. It's still going. How many more does it have? 2 more. Are we spinning? You're spinning 2 tokens here. Go, 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 opponent. You got 3 minutes. Little Donnie, thank you for the Spider Space gift as well. I missed that one. Appreciate it. Well, that's not killing me. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can go 1 here. They find it. 2. Oh, there's Emrakul. They put Emrakul back into their library. Okay. Did they find it? Did they find the Indomitable Creativity? Looks like they did. And they can go 2 here. They do 2. It's Emrakul and Niv. I have 2 pillages. So I'm going to draw, obviously. Never didn't have it. Day of Judgment. They're going to ping Nahiri, so I'm not winning next turn. All right. Go, opponent. I have the Seasoned Pyromancer down here. So I get tokens next turn. I got to avoid another Indomitable and like a Sarah's showing up. What a match. Okay. This gives them the creature they need. One, two. They have too many mountains. I'll discard. Extra Nahiri. I was trying to find a land there to bust, because then I would win with Nahiri. Oh, they can't crack. You're right. They'll die. Ha ha ha. Watch them crack this. Bolts Nahiri. They're at 1. You're right. Seasoned Pyromancer tokens. Oh, fire. Stop. Let's discard the Nahiri. Blow up a land, blow up a land. Or play the Fury out. Blow up a land, blow up a land. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it. We're the boom bust list. Blow them up. Get them out of here, opponent. Okay. Nahiri at 8. Wishing to Emrakul. Got there. Well, that was something different. Cleansing would be another land destruction, and then we get our own Emrakul, and away we would be going. Holy crap, that was because Donnie over here giving us the dream. We busted them, and then they got Emrakul, and we found the Day of Judgment. What a Friday. Welcome to the stream, everyone. If you're brand new here, if you hit that follow button, there are 5 follower emotes. And if you're a brand new sub, since we have another 20, like 2 new subs, good numbers, good numbers. We have a new lizard one, and that's for when we activate our lizard brain and play incoherently. I hope you get some fun out of it. But yeah, we have some cool, I don't even hate these little follower emotes. They're little default things, but they like little love. Look at that little orange dude. Look at that orange dude. Mr. OJ. Orange juice. Look at him waving. We love him. So there you go. Even followers get some cool emotes to use in the channel. All right, let's go. Let's find match 2. Can we top match 1? No. Are you still watching? Yes. Look at Spider Space with the twig arms on the derpin lizard. Activate our lizard brain. Just go on. 5. Last time you said that, you got a 4-1. Donnie over helping us with our subs as well. Let's play first. One landers. Well, subs, we have an emote even for that. We even have an emote for this. We shouldn't keep this. We're 1-0. We're also on the play, so that's a lot more dangerous. Let's mulligan the first hand. Okay, I can do this. We'll get rid of an Abrade. Got the Abrade into the Pillage. Remember, we don't have any 1-drops. No 1-drops. Also, no companion for our opponents. Flooding is not the emote I was thinking of. But we can try to flood. Okay. Flooded Strand. Triumph. Sacred Foundry. Darcy. All right. Well, I'm going to get rid of Darcy. I hope they don't have Ragavan. Yeah, handsome. Yeah, 1 landers. There's Monkey. All right. Well, our Pittage. Our Pillage is okay here. Knocks them back a land while Ragavan makes them that much more powerful. Some sort of Jeskai list. Doing the bobble things. Well, we'll pillage them. Kind of have to take some damage to do this. We're going to get rid of the red source here so that my opponent has to use the treasure token if they don't have another land to do the Ragavan thing again. And if that's the case, then maybe we'll be playing Karn next. Unfortunately, not before all these baubles are showing up. Big brain play, Rogue. All right, we dashed in with Monkey. You know what's cool here? This is like a land destruction spell too. Oh, Boom Bust. That would have been a great card. Can I have that back, opponent? Can I have that back? Blow up your island? Considers. Interesting. Puts a Bone Crusher to the yard here. And they're out. Well, now maybe I pillage. I feel like pillaging here. Let's put this into play tapped because I'm going to take 2 anyway. And let's remove an island from my opponent's life over there. Clean board. All right, Ragavan shows back up. What's up, Ragavan? Been a while. Just Karn pass turn. Karn uptick pass turn. Kind of like this, because Monkey, while dangerous, not that dangerous when it attacks now. It's like it only gets the check on the top. If my opponent keeps missing land drops here, maybe I should just go get a Chalice. Chalice on one of them. But the liquid metal coating's tempting too here. Unholy Heat. Well, ask and ye shall receive. Bolts me. Do I go to 3? I guess I do because the Seasoned Pyroman, the Ragavan attacks me anyway. All right, we're ready. We're ready to keep dying to our lands. High probability I can keep them at 1 land here. All right. They have Bone Crusher Giant. Bone Crusher Giant scares me. Let's make a miss before we try to do Karn down tick for liquid metal coating. I did not hold for all those going, you idiot. You can use the derp emote. This is why we bought it. This is why we got it. Derp emote engaged. Could have held priority. Could have taken a Sunbay Canyon. But what's the fun in that? Let's go get a liquid metal coating, pass the turn. We should almost have it a whole full lock here. Because now the liquid metal coating takes care of any land that shows up. We have a blocker, obviously. We don't need to play this immediately, so I can play Nahiri instead. Up, discard Torque. Down, go get Worm Coil. Pass turn. There you go, fire breathing. Yeah, we're getting the worm now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I could go to 1. We're good. I don't know if I want to go to 1. That's kind of scary territory. We can wait. We can wait. Here, we'll make another blocker just in case. All right, we have a full lock here. Opponent probably can't get out of this. We'll play the Worm Coil. We'll start gaining life. Opponent missed some lands. That's what they did. So they're going to keep a lot more lands in game number 2, but we're gonna blow them all up. Gonna blow up all their lands. All right, a couple Day of Judgments here. Chalice clearly a lot better in this matchup, so we'll definitely keep that. Fury's okay. Wonder if this might be the Sanctifier matchup. This could be the Sanctifier. We don't need Torques in here. Kind of like these Sanctifiers. Let's think here. They probably have a lot of answers to Cleansing. Cleansing is a way for us to ramp, so that's something we should consider as well. They do function kind of at 1 mana pretty easily, so I think the Boom Bust, at least one of those can come out. Probably a Cleansing Wildfire here as well, and possibly a Pillage. Yes, land destruction worked there, but keep in mind that a lot was just 1 drop. If they get 1 drop and they play a Darcy, if we don't have the Chalice, we're losing. They had a Bone Crusher, they have those 1 drops. So unless we have that combination, our land destruction's not that critical here, I don't think. So I like the Sanctifiers. I do like the Day of Judgments as well. I'm going to keep the Nahiri and the Emrakul in, the Furies. Wondering if I want anything else up here, like a Timely or something. I don't know. I could go up to the 4th Chalice. I definitely could and like cut another Pillage here. It's probably not wrong. I'm looking at these Timelies, wondering if I want them at all either. They're a good blocker for Monkey, which I like. Let's take the Pillage out, Timely, and let's take 1 more card out. Let's get another Timely in here. Let's just do the Cleansings. Okay. Bringing a lot more than I usually would like to when you're playing Karn, but let's see how it works for us. Hand looks great. We'll keep. We can deal with you, Darcy. We're going to be greedy, though. Dashing Monkey. A dashing monkey. We're going to take a hit, maybe 2 hits, and Boom Bust. 1 of what, 2? All right, I think we've been greedy enough. I think we've been greedy enough before they start like laying in on us here. Let's just get rid of some Darcys. That's a lot of potential value there. No, not interested. Here comes Dashing Monkey again. Sacred Foundry. Brings Ragavan back to hand. Well, we'll just try to throw something casted in here. Oh, it resolved. Okay. Land. There we go. All right. Lots of good stuff here now. Lots of good stuff. Expecting Seasoned Pyromancer probably to eat the dust here from a Bolt or Unholy Heat, as it does. We have a Fury to clean things up if we want. Got the Chalice on 1, which is probably important. We did bring it in for kind of this reason. Here comes Ragavan again, doing its thing. Down to 13. Nahiri they cannot cast, though it would be scary if they could. Hollow Fountain tapped. No follow-ups. All right. Let's attempt a Chalice on 1. If it happens to be Remand, well, that resolved exponentially quick. Chalice is in play. Prismatic Ending to kill this. Looks like Prismatic. Nice. Gone it is. Guess it's time to probably play this timely. Fortunately, we're only going to get life out of it. Cascading Cataracts is what we lose. Oh, all right. We can get some creatures. I think we go for it. I want to kill that, but creatures are nice here. Creatures block stupid monkey. All right, straight to combat they go. We're at a nice, healthy 17, blocking monkey, 2 unknowns. Luckily, no furies yet. Murktide's a threat, though. New Chalice on 1. See if I can kill the flyer. Pass the turn. Love to Fury next turn. No Murktide so far. Let's attack. Attempt to kill. All right. My opponent's just got, I guess, 1-drops or something going on here. I'm scared of a big Murktide. There's a Fury. Luckily, I can counter Fury. I'd love a land, though. All right, I guess I'm taking 6. A little bit of a bummer. Down to 5. Resolve, please. Don't have a counter. Thank you. We kill their Fury. Maybe they have a backup Fury here. Luckily, I have a lot of chump blockers. Tries to dash in Ragavan. It gets countered. Let's go ahead and Season Pyromancer. Draw some new cards. That looks like a great card. This is a card we can draw with. Attack for 6. Uh-oh, opponent. Yep, lots of chalices. Winning. Draw with the Sunbaked. Find Karn. That's pretty good. Find a mountain. Whew. Onward. Nahiri Boom. Doing its thing. 2-0. Nice. We might have a few dirt plays, but deck is carrying us real hard tonight. Happy Friday. That's what it is. It's just like, Fluffy, we respect you. You could take a load off. You've had a rough January this year. I got you. And that's what it's telling us. On we go. We're also getting to play first a lot, which is good when you're trying to blow up lands. All right. One lander. We're going to mulligan this. There we go. Much better. Let's go ahead and keep. And I'm going to just get rid of the basic mountain. I don't mind possibly drawing with a Sunbaked Canyon a little bit later in this game. Planning to maybe pillage. If they're aggressive, we'll get Season Pyromancer down. Another oh, crap. Okay. Another companion. This is Belcher. I need a Boom Bust. All right. I do need another land, so we'll be doing Seasoned Pyromancer, possibly. Though Pillage, if they go crazy and try to put Belcher out, Pillage could kill the Belcher if they're trying to put Belcher out and the next turn win. Sometimes they do that. All right, tap land's a good sign for us. We'll blow up a land here. Give me another turn to get the Karn down. That's technically blowing up a land and drawing the card. Very rare that they have basics. Gives me 2 draws to find the land for the Karn. Floats red. You don't have that mountain. Woo, we hit the land. All right. Just no crazy combo here, please. Thank you. No crazy combo. Let's keep it chill. Don't bolt that in. Okay. Manamorphose, all right. Rituals. 4. Iron Crag. Belcher. I didn't get there. I blew up a land, but my opponent has the turn 3 kill. All right, let's take a peek here. Pact of Negations, Pact of Titan version. Let's see here. We cross pass, Charbelchers. What else we got here? Okay. Pithy Needles coming in. Chalice of the Void come out. We've played black for Prismatic Ending and for Vindicate, but not for Smallpox. Smallpox seems a little aggressive in Mardu. It's okay in black and white. Destroy lands is a good idea. Need a way to win. This is fine to dig. I really don't think these chalices belong in here, but the chalices can be placed on 0 for Pact, so probably going to keep them. The Abrades are okay for Strike at Riches. I think I just go. I have the Pithy Needle and the Karns. Try to blow up lands with Boom Bust and Pillage and get those out. That's what we'll do. Belcher's a quick list. If we can stop them, we will. Our stopping is really at 4, but we'll try. But yeah, Smallpox in black-white, Vindicate and Mardu. That would be my suggestion for the splash of black. You could do it through a Savai Triome as well, and like a Blood Crypt, and you could have a Godless Shrine in there. Godless Shrine can be found off Flagstones in the Savai Triome, and the Blood Crypt can just be found naturally drawing cards. Couple black splashes for your Vindicates. And if you do Vindicate, you could theoretically play Dams that destroy creatures a little quicker, and then you got the overloaded option. Well, we were close. You know, lands are needed to play Magic. It's an interesting, unique dynamic to Magic the Gathering. But the Pithy Needle would have been nice. Boom Busts are nice too if we had 2 lands, but we're going to mulligan this one. We're going to mulligan a 1-lander here too. We do need to be able to hit our lands on time. Remember, we can find 2 lands and some Cleansing Wildfires too. I only have Mana Monkey. Another 1-lander. Can I try this? Like risk it? It's risking it all, and we get rid of Seasoned Pyromancer and maybe the Chalice. My opponent mulled the 6. Is a 5 better than this? A 5 would be better than this if it has 2 lands and a Cleansing Wildfire plus like a good payoff, like a Karn. Or if we miss a land here, my opponent's kept their 6. The Chalice on 0 is cute, but it's only for like the really hyper packed craziness. So I think we have to mull this and look for at least 2 lands. All right, I have the Abrade, And we have a set of lands here. We're going to get rid of these two. Do I just try to get to the Karn faster? Or do I use the Abrade for a strike it rich? I kind of like the guaranteed lands. They don't always have strike it rich. At least it was lands. I mean, we had to go to 4, so. I'll take my 4. This is how we lose the game. This is how we do it. We have, what, 23 lands, 22 natural, and a Valakut Awakening, I think. Pithing Needle? Oh, great draw. Boom bust. Get out of here, land. All right, that was what we needed. That is what we needed. This is what we do. There's some green mana. One more boom bust. Oh, so close, so close. Oh, can you imagine if we had this Sacred Foundry instead of both cascading? All right, we need one more land here. Don't win here, opponent. Don't win. Don't win. Don't win. You can undo that. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Recross. All right. This is frustrating because sometimes they can get 2 Furies and kill the Karn anyway. But we'll see. We'll see. The Reforge the Soul needs red. If I got a red source here as the land, do I pillage the red source so that screws them up? I mean, right now they need this. They need this land. I kind of like it. And I'm gonna get to see it because Recross lets us see it, and what, we get to put it on the bottom or something. Because you clash. So if we get a red land, I kind of want to do that. You always get the same thing, 7 mana flip land. They showed Turn Timber. I have a Chalice of the Void here. I don't want Chalice of the Void. I can't put it on 2, so we'll bottom this. I do need a land. Shoot. It's the wrong land. It's the wrong land. It was a tapped land. There's the Reforge the Soul. All right, well, I lost Karn. I spun into a Pithing Needle, and I have a Pillage here. I can kind of do most of this, so this is kind of cool. But I don't think I'm getting there. Pact of Titan, Infernal Plunge. Pyromancer's Ascension. Manamorphose. Am I just dead? Manamorphose. Man, now if I would have put the Chalice on 0, the Pact of Titan would have been funky. Manamorphose, now they draw extra cards. I don't think I've seen this win yet. So they did damage to me. They've drawn a bunch. Yeah, they can kill a variety of ways here. And just letting them have their fun here. Desperate Ritual, Splicing. And now they Charbelcher me. I think my opponent's played this list a few times. Ah, well, that's cool. So they get back the the Manamorphose in the other card. It's funny because we were going for the Karn or the Pithy Needle, and neither of those would have stopped this. But that Chalice on 0 could have stopped it. And I guess I should have considered that with only 2 mana and they were going to reforge. Then you put the Chalice on 0. They reforge, though, and then what? Like, what would I be doing with this hand? Blowing up a land Pithy Needle, and then I still die to this the next turn? We'll see what our, like, maybe 1-2 draws are. Yeah, I mean, Karn can go get the Graveyard Hate. The Graveyard Hate's just sitting right here. These 2 cards. My opponent's doing a lot of things here, but they're not, you know. I'm not really understanding what's happening. Other than they thought I would concede by the time I did this, so now they're just like, help, what am I doing? So what is happening here? This is return card from graveyard to hand. Then they get Manamorphose. They repeat this, and they draw. What if Spike Field is like near the bottom? How do they kill me then? They're returning graveyard to your hand. So they have to have enough mana to do this, right? Like, this isn't infinite. This doesn't look to be infinite. 4/4 Hasty Angel. Okay. It is infinite. I guess I'm not seeing where the loop is because they had to keep drawing, right, to create mana. So they would eventually deck themselves. So I need to see how they do this without continuing to draw when I'm at 19. And I'm not following it. You can recast it infinite. But they have to cast this to return, right? So they've only got technically 4 of those left. I'm really missing something. My brain's not computing this. It's been a long week. You can tell. Yeah, they're drawing to find the Spike Field. So when they find the Spike Field, right? Okay, let's assume they have the Spike Field in hand. Then they fire the Spike Field off, right? Spike Field has to be returned, right? It doesn't cast from the graveyard. I mean, they need to be making more green, right? In order to do this several times over. So they return Spike Field twice. So right now they can do 10 damage. Mathematically, right? I'm looking more at the green than anything. So they can do 14 now. Which I guess they can always use the ballot to do this. And they have now Strike It Rich to generate some greenish mana too. Okay, right? And then they have to have enough red. I don't know. I feel like letting this play out is good. Okay, so Spike Field. All right, so this doubles down. Cool. All right, they do 2. I go to 17. So every time they cast Spike Field, it does 2. And then they use the Bala thing to bring this back. And they have 7, 8, 9 in terms of this. And they have 32 cards. All right. That makes sense. I see the combo. Now we can see it. And they have enough mana to do it. And they have enough cards. And in case they have to do a few more Manamorphoses to get a few more bits of mana, they have plenty of cards to do so. All right. I'm following... Opponent wins, extra Belcher. Turn 3 kill into, what was that? Turn 3 kill? Was that a double turn 3 kill? At least the first one was a turn 3 kill. Because I even blew up a land. What was the second one? It happened so fast. They reforged the soul. They had 2 mana, and I blew up a land. I missed on turn 4. I was on the play because I had a Rust Veil, but my turn 4, yeah. So it was a turn 4 kill. Turn 3, turn 4. Dang. Crazy. Painful. Where's Last God? The curse continues. Oh, yeah. I didn't miss a land. I had Sunbake, Cascading. And then we drew the Rust Veil, right? On curve. Just draw better. I mean, I did go to 4. Remember, I had a Karn plus those 3. Turn 1 or turn 2 draw because I was on the play was a Boom Bust. Turn 3 draw was Pillage. Turn 4 was Rust Veil. There we go. Our brain's working a little bit tonight. All right, Metcalf, let's go. 2-1. Opponent is 2-0. Got a Chalice. They have a Yorion. Sky Noodle. Sky Noodle's kind of frustrating. If I hit my lands, this is an okay hand. Chalice on 1 can make Yorion kind of painful. Really afraid of them finding a Renin 6 and not having like a Fury to deal with it. I'm going to keep it. It's a little rough here, but I like the challenge, right? I'm worried about Renin 6. All right, Yorion, let's go. Basic Plains. All right, I misjudged the entire list, but I guess Aether Vial on 1's not too bad. And Fury's technically still looking pretty good. We did hit our land as well, so we're off to the races. Chalice, 1, Aether Vial, go. I don't see Aether Vial in a lot of the money pile lists too much, so this is probably some sort of taxes list. Spider can clue us in. Thalia. And a good Flagstones. Do I have to kill this now in case of Giver? I do, don't I? I can't wait on this. If I don't kill this now, what happens to me? They play Giver in, and then I can't ever kill the Giver. Thalia stops all of these cards, too. I'm going to do it now. Let him play another Thalia. 3 out of 71 chance, right? 76, because there's cards in hand. All right, so I missed out on the Giver that I think they're going to play in here. But hopefully I can get Karn or Nahiri down. I think I'm going to lead with Karn here to shut off the Aether Vial. So there's the Giver. We weren't going to snag that. We'll have 6 here. No actions. Got a lot of Abrades too, so we have ways to kill Giver and Vials and other pesky problems here. No extra plane or extra land so far. Tax with the Giver. Getting frisky. Well. I'm going to go Karn Uptick. Now I want to go down and get a Liquid Metal Coating, because then I can Boom Bust and Liquid Metal Coating, and that's a destroy 2 lands. Sounds tasty. They didn't activate Vial, and I don't know many things at 2 that flash in, but if they've got one, they've got one, and I will learn a thing today. Vial up to 3. Do they hit the 3rd land? Oh boy. Oh, opponent, you don't want to miss this land drop. You don't want to miss this land drop, opponent. Oh, no. Oh, no. Everything is going to end for them. They're going to be very sad and very dead here. We should get a concession here soon. Boom bust, liquid metal coating in, kill the land. Next turn, Nahiri down tick on this. And Karn keeps them at 1 for Chalice of the Void. Lock them out. All right. Aether Vial, huh? Day of Judgment and Pithy Needles look interesting, and Cleansings probably not. Maybe I do all the cleanse. I could keep 1 in. It ramps me. Yeah, we'll just keep 1. Let's go. Not a lot of changes here. Looks to be predominantly white. Could be white-blue. Hopefully I have more than just like 2 lands this time. Aether Vials indicate, though, 3 drops, 2 drops. I'm surprised no 2-drop showed up, but I think they just forgot to activate Vial. Mistakes were made. Let's get them this time. Kind of scared of Leonin Arbiter. I tap out quite a bit. Ghost Quarter could get me. That'd be pretty nasty. I don't hate the hand. I'm going to keep it, but I'm a little wary that I don't have a like Rustveil or a Cascading Cataract or Flagstones. Wow, no turn 1 play here. We'll go and do the same thing. Man, imagine if we hit Rustveil, not Rustveil, Cascading here. Well, it might not matter. Oh, Stormforge. All right, well, I'm glad I have the Pillage, unless they get Cauldron Complete. Sword of Fire and Ice, I can deal with that. Flagstones is quite ideally one of the most perfect draws there. Abrade would probably be the next best draw there, as the Abrade would let me take the Stoneforge out. Okay. Plains here. Activates. Cauldron Complete. Yep. All right, so that's what I've got to beat. Nahiri is what I need now. It says, first strike, haste, indestructible, trample. Seasoned Pyromancers are okay, but not great here. Chalice on 0 doesn't do anything. Karn down tick could do something. I think... Let's go ahead and Seasoned Pyromancer, get rid of Boom Bust, and Chalice looking for Nahiri. No luck. I do have Karn. And now that we have a bunch of chump blockers, I could Karn up to Cauldron and defend. It's kind of a long shot, but sometimes we got to take the long shots, right? Karn uptick solves the problem. We won't be blocking here, by the way. Sanctifier. Sanctifier is kind of rude. It gets past things and can kill Karn. Okay. So we're definitely playing Karn here. We're up ticking on Cauldron. I think I'm just passing the turn. They can attack 2 with Sanctifier at Karn. We need to keep Karn alive. We may be down ticking to go get a bridge. But it's important Cauldron is not a thing anymore. Really, they're only getting in for 2. Chump. Okay. And they don't have burn, right? Karn down tick should be safe. Oh. Oh, oh, I don't like that. Flicker Wisp is definitely pretty nasty. Fury, Exile, Cleansing Wildfire. I could Fury the rest and just uptick here. It's probably what I need to do. Because the Flicker Wisp isn't, yeah. But we can hard cast the Fury as well. It seems like an okay thing here. So uptick again. Well, it can't attack, but the Sanctifier could, and we'd lose Karn. I sort of like killing these things. We know one card in their hand's a sword. I've got technically some chump blocking here. We also have to make sure that we get enough cards out of hand. I could Cleansing Wildfire. I'm still gonna have too much in here in the Sanctifier. And I'm afraid to play Bridge, and then they just have another Flicker Wisp. You know what? Let's block this way. I can grab the... Oh, that's right. This still kills my thing. Whatever. No, Sanctifier. What? Just say I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why they didn't attack with Sanctifier here. We know it's sword, and now we know whatever this is. The Patter Skull. You got it, opponent. Play sword into play. Yori into hand. All right, so we know 3 of the cards. We don't know one of them. Bonus Karn here is really actually kind of nice. All right. Is there anything big I want to get out of the sideboard? Probably not immediately. Let's Rust Veil. Let's down tick. Let's go get Bridge. They put Sanctifier back to block Fury, which makes sense now. Let's Cleansing Wildfire our own land to draw a card and to ramp us. Get a little more white. Ooh. Ooh. It's a pretty good card. And Bridge. And pass the turn. All right. I like where we're at here. I like what we're at. Looking pretty good here. Extra backup Karn's always really nice. We don't have a Bridge as a follow-up. They have Judgment to clear the board. Wouldn't be bad, especially after maybe Yorion shows up. Scared of a Flicker Wisp, though. Flicker Wisp and this are not best friends. Sideboard, I really don't have that much to follow up with. The one thing that I see myself maybe trying to get going here is a liquid metal coating, but that will be hard with Sanctifier, so we're going to have to buy ourselves a turn or two. We can do that through Pillage and Day of Judgment. I'd love to see like Sword or Batterskull played here. This is fine too, though. They're going to flicker Stoneforge and probably Cauldron. Maybe saying, nope, no Stoneforge. Yorion play, Cauldron's doing its thing, Sanctifier Exiles, blah, blah, blah. We're going to uptick here, going to go boom, boom, boom. That's all she wrote. Can I get this artifact to tap for me? Let's go ahead and Day of Judgment. I'm going to wait on the Pillage because I could pillage away the Batterskull. which is what I think they're going to play here. Nope, they play Flicker Wisp. This will tap down the Cauldron for me, and I can get rid of the Cauldron. This is nice. This is nice. Because this will bring it back. And then I don't have to worry about this dumb Cauldron. Cauldron's the problem card here. They decide not to take me to 1. Thank you. Tech Edge is nasty. Sword. Flicker Wisp brings back Bridge. All right, pretty easy turn here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nahiri, down tick here. Let's go ahead and I think it's going to just be Karn now. Karn. Let's go ahead and down tick Karn. Go get a liquid metal. And pass. And then we'll go after all their lands. Can't attack me. Sword, Batterskull. Batterskull's dying to the Pillage, maybe. I might just go after their lands. We'll go after all the white sources here and see if we can lock the game out. Thankfully, I was not taken to 7. Taken down 7. There's Batterskull. One reason to kill Batterskull here with a Pillage is my opponent could get another Flicker Wisp, but if I do kill some planes, I guess I have this. Oh. Or the game can just decide how it's going to reward me with exactly what I need to play. Let's kill some white lands here. One down. 2 down. I'm going to go ahead and destroy this artifact here too. All right, good luck, opponent. Let's go ahead and do this as well. Cool. All right, we don't know what they have in their hand. It's a little bit harder for them to cast Flicker Wisp, though. And they can attach the Sword of Fire and Ice, so 7 life should be enough. Killing a land every turn. We're working on the Nahiri. There's an Emeria. Bolts in. Please don't touch the bridge. Thank you. At any point, they could definitely do that. Tech Edges. They're playing the land destruction spell with me. Well, I don't think that was a good idea, but each to their own. Each to their own, I suppose. I don't need the Karn. We're going to get rid of it with the Nahiri. I will gladly kill the thing in the air. There we go. It was a good set of turns. We're making things happen. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ephemerate. Oh. All right. Saves Flicker Wisp for another day. Exiles what? How about you exile this a bridge? Okay, it's good to get rid of the Ephemerate there. Now it kind of makes me want to do Karn down to get a Chalice on 1. Whoa. Yeah. Flickered Karn. Karn got some love there. Karn goes back to 5. Probably should have flickered Nahiri if you're trying to reset something. Though they could do it right here. Flicker and go after that. I think they flicker here, Karn, then they get the sword on here. Hope they top deck a Flicker Wisp, hit me for 5, 6, 7, and it's lethal. There you go. Do you have the Flicker Wisp? Oh, they can't attach and Flicker Wisp, I guess. All right. Cool. I get Karn back, right? I haven't overlooked something weird, right? Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of a land. What about Nahiri? It has to go update. right. So the turn here is, I guess I could like uptick here, hold a braid, next turn down tick a braid, kill bridge. That's probably the right play so that I swing for lethal. Tap creatures, tapped artifacts, tapped creatures, exiles enchantments that are not tapped. All right. Little 3-1 going into the final match here. Gotta be tapped. That's why the Cauldron, when it tapped, we were good there. Yeah, they scared. Well, because we also had Bridge, right? And they couldn't ephemerate, flicker, bridge, and also have haste. It's not a thing. A lot of elements there working together for us to get that win. A lot of things going on there. A lot of ETBs, a lot of abilities. All right, match 5. Let's go though. Let's go. Opponent's 3-1. We're 3-1. Well, we have Boom Bust and Cleansing. We got an Emrakul I don't want here. Let's keep. I'm gonna use the Cleansing to draw. Maybe ramp us if we happen to draw one of the indestructible lands. Oh. In the dark. In the dark, you got the best cards. Give me a land. Oh, okay. I'll take it. There's mine. Sylvan Scrying. Opponent's doing the thing. I need a red land. The red land. That's the Karn. All right. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk a turn here. Find the red land or find an indestructible and kill one of these nasty fancy lands. Okay, power plant played. There's an O stone. I don't hate land and Karn necessarily. It's cleansing. Let's see if we can hit our land here. We'll get rid of the power plant because that's what they looked for. Land. Come on. All right, Liquid Metal Torque plus Boom Bust is a thing we could do. There's Karn, Greatest Creator. We can't do that anymore. Come on, lands. Where are you at? What are they going to find with this Karn? Liquid Metal Coating. That's what we wanted to do. Oh, no. It's all falling apart. I think we concede here. I think we're conceding. I don't have much I can do here. Can Boom Bust Plains, but they play Liquid Metal Coating, I lose. I'm basically down to 3 cards here. I can Pillage at some point. I could Pillage. They go after the red source, though, first, which is what they should do. I'm toast. What do you mean? Let's see what they have. They have Liquid Metal Coating. What happens if they kill my red source? I'm dead. Please don't lose to Tron. Let's do this. Pass turn. Maybe they'll blow that up. Oh, crap. They have Tron. Plays Liquid Metal. Kills the mountain. And now I have like nothing here. They'll kill a land every turn, and I need red. They'll kill the red land every time I play it. We can hit the concede button now. Maze Mind Tome. Black Lotus off the top. Black Lotus would be a tough one. Would be a tough one. All right, we can beat this opponent though. We can beat them. Bring the Chalice in. Let's get rid of Liquid Metal Torque just because they play Karn as well. Let's go. Let's Carpet of Flowers off the top. One time. All right, we have the answer. We need double red. We need to get ahead of our opponent too. And we'd be preferred to be boom busting rather than just cleansing wildfire. We got excited. We got ahead of ourselves. That's what happens. If you get ahead of yourself, you're going to lose the game. Got to be patient. Got to understand that you have cards to draw and they have cards to draw. If you don't draw the right cards, it's not happening. We were going down to one land. All right, one land's a no-go here. Let's mulligan this. All right, this is better. It's 2 lands. I say better. Ugh. I get to abrade their artifact. They mulled to 6. It's not like I have Blood Moon or anything. All right, I'm going to keep my 6 here. We'll see if they keep their 6. I'm going to hope that they're braid and they're not going for Naturotron here. We do need a land off the top 2 cards here for Seasoned Pyromancer, and it does need to be a red land again. Mana choking us up here in the final match. I feel bad going to 5, though. All right, Sunbaked, go. Opponent kept 6. What? Basic Forest. Show me a map. Oh, the abrade is so bad here. There's a tower. All right, I do need a land. We can hope for a land. Rustvale. Okay. Can you play map? Land map, land map, land map, land map. There's the land. All right. I mean, I can stop them from drawing a card. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm doing it. Land. Gonna be behind on lands again. Oh my gosh. If I don't hit the land, we're dead. We're doomed. It's game over. The deck is not cooperating. You don't feel good about this? Oh my gosh. Why don't you feel good about this? What could possibly go wrong? All right. You got us, opponent. Good game. Good game. 3-2. Losing out there to good old Great Creator. 1, 2. 2 to get a tap land. Can't be tapped because of Karn. 4, 5, 6. 6 turns until we get to play a land that actually works for us. Dang it. 3-2. Nahiri boom here in Modern. We did do the Nahiri. We did do the what? The Emrakul? Or did we not? Did we? I don't remember. We blew up a lot of lands. That's what we did. We locked people out with Karn blowing up lands. That was cool too. There you go. I like the list. It's fun. It's silly. It's interesting to play. That is what it is.